Find the first kill. So far, it's Keo that's still putting aggression on all the rotations back. How deep they are in the B side.
From FaZe, including Alu. This is normally a point of discussion, but Rain, he opens things up with the C10, gets 2 as well. But he finally gets taken down by Mixwell.
Taken down indeed, but Mixwell still standing tall, tries to get more from Popdog. He gets caught out by Kerrigan, and Nico again has one on a Deagle, so it's not necessarily done. 3 HP for Rush. I would say it might be done in reverse. It might be FaZe striking back to take control of the game.
Not really much Rush can do with this one. 3 HP leaves him extremely limited. It would be down to a mistake of FaZe. If he gets his kill, maybe there's a chance. Unfortunately, not
Nico. Fall back, 46 HP. Molotov to go up toward the top of the ramp. Keep himself in contention, but considers the repeak, and Mixwell's ready for it. So the AK wins out of the duel, and Optic, having just picked up the first gun round, have the first kill in the one immediately after.
Absolutely, Nico very aggressive there, the AWP. You normally see players towards the bottom of the lower ramp, and Optic won't be wasting any time here. It's up to Kiyoshima to try and defend. He pushes through the smoke. Can he get anything done? Stuck in it for now, hoping he can find the perfect timing here, but he can't. Hiko sprays him down. 5 on 3. That should be the round concluded, but FaZe still trying to see what they can find here.
It's going to be Rush that actually takes out Rain. Decent position to be in. Alu limited, no angle of opportunity. Should signal to Rain on the outside of the boxes that he's there. As such, smoke called in from his teammate. I think Kerrigan was the one to place it. Either way, take that back. Kerrigan still has the smoke, so it was Alu that placed it. But either way, it's down toward Ivy. The approach comes in. Rush, great opening shot. Again, it's Nico they find. Which becomes a bit of a worrisome tale. We just talked about how well he's played on the start of this team. His start with this team. He's going to have to be a little bit more careful in this particular game. Mixwell, limited inside of the smoke, manages to swap to the pistol fast enough. And it's Kerrigan to go down. It's a 2-man advantage again for Optic to work with.
Absolutely. They're actually looking pretty on point right now. They've got a minute to work with as well. But Rain finds 2 from absolutely nowhere. Mixwell gets the kill and return towards Alu, but still the advantage lies with Optic.
Rain smoked off this time after finding those 2 kills. Tries to cover off the entrance from Ivy. And Keo realizes, hang on, I'm already through the smoke, I'm alive, decides I'm gonna go all the way. Bomb goes down, he can't find the planter, so it leaves the advantage in terms of manpower with Optic, but they're severely limited on HP. And Mixwell has an AWP, that's gone. He can't peek out late to try and get the one-hit wonder on the bomb. He'll have to do better than that as Kiyoshima will take down Hiko. This starts to bode very well. Rush the last alive, and it's Rain on 75. He's already on the defuse. 2 seconds. Molotov's gonna be late. Rain's gonna hold it, but Rush hits the shot. On 3 consecutive rounds. Rain goes Popdog, he'll peek it toward it, finds one. That's gonna start off well, but it's traded by Rush, drops down immediately. Nico smokes off both sides. One was thrown to his right at Sandwich. He covers off Bomb, gives him a bit of room. He's gonna play on top of the train as well, which may catch them if they push for the fast default plant. Better still, spots Mixwell. Now Rush is in the open, but he's lost track of him, leaves him open, and Hiko finds the response kill. Fast play from Kerrigan. And he tried his best, Nico, to deny the plant, but now that it's down, Hiko could try and clutch this back. 1 versus 3, playing from hell, and Kerrigan's found him. It's the round over.
Well, finally, after 5 rounds in a row there for Optic Gaming, FaZe managed to hold off the
which target to fire at, looked at the legs, and then saw the jumping body. Fires between them. That means Kiyoshima has to play for the Taz angle. Can't quite land it. 1 for 1. And all but done, because Bomb's gonna go down, and it's Hiko to push forward. Another round for FaZe where they're in desperate array. They've got to try and push up, and immediately Hiko strikes. They've got 1 kid. It's on Kerrigan, but that's gone now as well. It's all to Nico, 1 versus 2. He's done well with the AWP to find opening kills, but he can't get over the top. He's still got room to work with, but can't land the no-scope. That would have been impressive. Wasn't quite ready for it. They've picked up that second op and brought it back into place. Gonna get Molotov off. Oh, that's a problem. Wants to hit the shot. Not only does he get Molotov'd, he headbutts Zinedine Zidane style a grenade that puts him on 1 HP, and then a further tick, he's gone. Alu has to hold the line from control. I take it back, he's on the bomb train. It was a misleading angle. It looked like he was much more higher than that, but it still works out because it's just Naf to work with. 1 versus 3. And he has the bomb. He's got 27 seconds, but he doesn't have position because Kiyoshima was waiting for it the
Brown
whole
Halls
time.
and the first kill once again.
Rush. To try and get into where Brown Hall support Naf's position. He has switched to just Naf. Remember, it was Nafly. Commemoration to a teammate that passed in previous years. It's Keo that's going to try and get a better angle, but as he does shift to watch upper, puts himself vulnerable to lower, and Nico's not able to do anything of it. Gets naded again. Nico They're single-handedly taking him down time and time again. It's Rain to pick up one, but Rush pushing forward as Nico did it on to Kerrigan. Optics looking much to form on Train, I have to say.
Yeah, they are looking very, very good indeed. This is a map we know they can play, though. If you remember back to Pro League especially, they battered Liquid on this map, and they looked around it. That was actually when Hiko was playing on the opposite side, which is interesting enough, but they did look very good on this map. I didn't get to cast them enough, actually, on this one. And they can play the T side very well, it seems. As Kerrigan, he finds two times to perfection, which he cannot. He could have actually been a thorn in their side.
Alu's waiting below and not yet spotted, hoping he'll go overlooked, but it should be someone peering down from above. Nice response from Keo. They still got a chance in this. If that kill had come through, I would have written it all done, but they pulled it back around Hiko, able to take down Rain from afar, leaving Keo and Kerrigan 14 and 48. And the bomb planted. A lovely shot from Keo. It's Hiko that has to do something of it.
Here we go.
Low HP as well for Kiyoshima. That's going to be easy enough. Unfortunately, Kerrigan's not able to gain much ground in the time by which Hiko found the first frag. This changes things, though, because Hiko wants to go toward the high ground, still has the armor to work with. Kerrigan has no kit, and he's hunting desperately with the Deagle to try and find the opening. At this point, he must consider the fact that Hiko's above. He's picked up a kit. Smoke as well. He's on it. Hiko's got to try and peek this out perfectly. 2 seconds. He's done it as well. No way. Kerrigan finds the only kit and smoke down on the site, and Hiko can't find him inside of it.
Just like that.
Well, Naf with 2 HP gets 2 kills and the assist. That's more than enough in that situation. Nico trying to do anything he can on top of the site. It looks to be another pistol for Optic, unless Alu can pull off an ace. Not necessarily someone that I attribute to pistol skills, but it's often situational, as such as this case, because 3 of them are very low on HP. Problem is he doesn't have the bomb. He's got that back towards spawn. If he can get there before they realize, and certainly they can't push, he could actually make this work because he's going to have to force them into gunfights.
I don't think he can win the round, but you have to think he's the AWPer, right? Every kill he gets with this Glock is another $300 in the bag, so that's fine. So having 3 low HP players, he needs to make sure he plays. He doesn't just give up and think, okay, there's no way I can win this. He probably won't get a plan down, but if he gets 2 more kills out of this, that's actually pretty promising for his bankroll going forward as the main AWPer for FaZe Clan. So let's see what he can do here. 40 seconds remaining, doesn't have to rush, just get some intel. He can even change his position after finding something towards main entrance here.
Doesn't quite spot Mixwell as he gets on top of Pallet, checks the off angles to be sure it's pistols, it's late. They could have gotten themselves anywhere. This time he will, that's free, Mixwell down. Naf's a single shot, rushes as well. Hiko is the harder challenge, the final boss perhaps, and he plays inside of control room. That means he may even be the next to spot. Oh, Alu, over top of the bomb train. He's gonna overcommit to this bomb, down he goes. No way to win the round at this point. Hiko kills his teammate. Smoke and Ivy temporarily hold things off. Eagle shot from Rain. It lands as well. Hits Rush. It's tantalizingly close to the first 2. That one's nice. Hits Mixwell. Is he on an option of 2 targets? He'll take either. Thank you very much. A third. Rain is looking lovely and impressive. I have to say, the first one was telegraphed. The second one was down considerably, but it's Rain that's been the hot hand. He's up to 16 as he finds Mixwell. Nico will get him back, double that up, takes down Kiyoshima. Oh, no. Continues to add to his total. Rush that leads the way by the way, but look at Alu go, only 1 rush. Speak up, walks in, he go over the top, finds 2 more, and Optic Gaming will find an expansive map that you have to cover angles from. Ooh. Shot Keo. Better shot fit from Naf. He doubles that up as well, takes down Rain, and the bomb in a third. Nico's gone. Great stance from Optic, specifically from the Canadian Naf, because he's just won them the round. A 4th kill as well.
Such a huge round. The economy is just in disarray for both teams. No one can get away and find an advantage here. Just keeps getting tied up time and time again. But it looks like we'll be ending up towards Inner this time with 1 player towards Ivy. That's Kerrigan. He normally does this for his team, trying to sell something towards this side of the map. If you can find 1 kill, maybe it's enough to do it.
Oh, missed shots.
1.
He does get 1. Missed shots from Naf, though, allows that to be a possibility. It now remains 3 versus 3. Rotations coming around, and Alu already planting. We're trying to spray through the wooden wickets that cover off the windows above the ramp. Nade down the lane. Alu's got to be careful. That nade getting very close, but they managed to pull it back. Tarek, he'll hit the shot on Rain and now charge toward the bomb. Never mind being quiet. They've given position away. He's going to sneak behind the smoke where he can and try and change the angle, but the smoke's going to dissolve, and Alu's got to be very careful, and he does get the jump. I thought Tarek had it. 1 versus 2. Mixwell again to try and clutch this back 3 HP. I'd say round done, and Alu confirms it.
Like we we said, a massive...
Nice spot from Rain. Good eyes to see Rush. I could barely see it, and I have X-Ray. When he hits him inside of control, it's Keo that would capitalize on Tarek. FaZe might find themselves on round 15 and map point in quick succession. As it's going to be Naf to try and re-enter. Can't decide where to shoot. If he taken a step further, easily had a kill to his right at Hitch, but now it's just Eco remaining as Naf goes down. And Optic started this oh so well, but they come up oh so flat, and now it's map point for FaZe.
It's looking promising. Okay, I was about to criticize him. I take it back. He's got Nico with him. It's all fine. So the refrag might come in, Max can get one. Doesn't even get that. Carrigan takes him down. One step closer to match victory, yeah.
The edge, and I'm about to break.
Lincoln Park making a comeback.
It's that like that eternal line, right?
Yeah.
If they've done well, they've created one of those immortalized sayings. Speaking of immortals, they're not in this game, but Mixwell certainly is. He's wrapped around the corner to find Rain. Kiyoshima gets one back, but hello on the doorstep. Don't touch the farmer's daughter. Hiko will protect her every time. He's got the shotgun at the ready.
You're ridiculous.
Nico starts to head toward the site. Found by Tarek. I have to say, lovely headshot from the range, but it's Kerrigan taking down Rush. Trade 1-for-1. There's guns in play because Hiko still has the M4 to work with. Flash off means Tarek down. Hiko better have the M4 to work with. Tags up. Kerrigan's low, but he doesn't want to overcommit to the angle because as soon as he's on the bomb train, he's vulnerable to a secondary peek. Alu's going to find the angle anyway, and FaZe will take it 16-12.
Great game of Counter-Strike. We've been a little bit lucky here today. Matt, we've had two fantastic games so far.